Hi, this is Maritza from Maritza Concepcion Intuitive Consultants. I am a psychic life coach. The following is a video from my live show from an anonymous caller. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Next caller, what's your initials and state?
Hi, this is Sophia.
Okay, and what is your question?
My question is, how is my, relationship status and where it is going, and how I'm going to be in next, what is my future? I mean, that's what my question. Basically, relationship status.
Oh, your relationship status in the future. Okay, wonderful. Give me just a second, please.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty. Okay, so what I see here is that the prior relationships, it's almost like it was a lot of work for you, keeping your relationships going and keeping a level of happiness and things like that. I almost kind of feel like you're kind of trapped in this whole idea of my relationship should be this way, but it's almost like sometimes, well, in your past, right, you had relationships that you worked so hard to keep, but then they fall short um um of staying power. It's almost like they lose interest, or you lose interest, and you're like, this is not going to work for me, or the person's taking too much of you and not giving you enough. But with that being said, I've 2, 4.
Hello?
Have you been seeing someone lately?
Yeah, I'm seeing someone.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I almost kind of feel like have if you haven't seen this person for 7 months, I think that you guys have a little bit of um an issue with communication and giving and taking. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, I'm seeing him. How long I'm seeing him? Can you tell me?
I'm
Like
sorry.
how long I have been seeing this person?
To me, it looks like it's either 7 weeks.
No,
Um,
it's been almost 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do see somebody else coming in then in your life,
Like when?
but I okay. So when is another question,
No,
but
tell me about Tell me about this one.
this
Like
one here,
after
okay,
one.
it's you guys' communication has to get better. The communication is an issue, and the connection sometimes is not there. Does that make sense? It's almost like you're present, but then you're not. He's present, and then he's not. Let's say, and I'll give you an example of that. It's almost like if you're at dinner, you guys are conversating, but his head is somewhere else, or your head is somewhere else. Like you're thinking about, oh my goodness, I gotta do this, that, and the other. It's not. It's almost like you guys are not connecting like you used to. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind
it's
of.
almost like you keep pushing, 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 and
Yeah.
there's no pushback. Does that make sense? It's almost like you push, he doesn't do much, and then he pushes, and then you pushing, and it doesn't work. Does that make sense? It's almost like, again,
Yeah.
today all the calls so far has made me feel like today is all about finding that happy. You have to find that happy within that relationship, and if you cannot find that, it's best for you to remain friends. Does that make sense? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, that relationship that you're in at the moment. You
So
know,
should I be friend with him or just not to be friend at all?
you know what? You just asking me that question, you made up your mind already. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's a very interesting situation you're in, but I almost kind of feel like Don't compromise. You're happy. If you're not happy, it's okay for you to let them know that and say, hey, you know what? Let's be friends. We can still be cordial. We can be part of each other's lives, but maybe not in a relationship. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck to you, and thank you so much for calling, and I'll be right back.
Thanks for watching. If you're interested in a private consultation, you can contact me on any social media links in the description box.